What's up, guys? Ghost Year Zero. Ooh.
Beelzebub, Asmodeus, Satanas, Lucifer.
Listen to all that reverb. What's up, guys? I'm super excited to be doing another Ghost song. This one goes back quite a few years, so I'm definitely going back in their category of music. Definitely a little more bare bones than their current music, right? I can definitely tell. So let's kick it off. We got some cool chanting. Listen to all that reverb, right? Sounds like they're in this huge cathedral.
Asmodeus, Satanas,
Multiple layers.
Lucifer.
I don't know what they're saying other than Lucifer. The distortion on the guitars is super bare bones, man. Like, it's honestly, it's barely even distorted. Sounds like he's doing a little bit of a harmonica, boop, boop. But that could just be high up on the neck as well. Probably on like your middle D string. Boop, boop. The drummer is just going crazy on his hi-hats, right? Hi-hat and kick. There's a light kick in there. And I have this chanting. Oh, it's like a choir, but it's probably from some keys. Maybe. It could be a choir. Now that's all digital. The hi-hats are opening up a little bit. That's cool. So I'm going to take this. That's kind of the intro, right? Intro, pretty basic. A little bit of chanting, then it kicks in with some hi-hats, and then when it goes into this first verse, that's the first time that the bass comes in. And with like a lot of Ghost songs that I've done, the bass is actually the driving factor in the verse. The chanting's back, then so it's kick. Oh, the snare gets introduced as well. So this is still kind of an intro. All right, so now the first verse actually kicks in, and I need to make room in the mix for the vocals that are coming in, and there's multiple layers of vocals in the verse to make room in the mix sonically for the vocals so you can really have them stand out is when I'm going to get rid of that I'm going to kill that right now. Ready? Now it's basic kick, snare, hi-hat, multiple layers of vocals, and then just a really distorted guitar, or not really, lightly distorted guitar and bass. So it goes really bare bones right here. What's really cool is there is, oh my gosh, 5 layers of vocals. And also with the guitar I'm hearing right now is both ears, right? Now it's just in my right ear. So many layers of vocals. The guitar is buried in the mix now, right? So I lost that digital choir, I'm going to call it, their pads. And I also lost my distortion in my left ear, and I turned down the volume in my right ear. The beat stays the same, so your head's still bobbing the same way. But, yeah, I made a whole lot of room for these vocals because there's multiple layers. It's really neat, honestly, mixing-wise, to hear how... And the guitars aren't loud here. And it's going to go so quiet just in my right ear. And it's probably in the left ear too, it's just buried. Oh, there was something neat right there. That bass is driving your head, right? That bass and that kick drum. And they finally changed the chord as well. So in the second half, and I've said this before, in the second half of the first verse, I want to propel the song forward. So I want to reintroduce some of the music, some of the sonic sounds that I got used to in the beginning of the song. You took it away from me so I can really pay attention to the vocals. Now the vocal melody has laid down its foundation of what it's going to sound like. Now I want to reintroduce that those pads. They're going to come right back in here in the second half of the verse. This propels me towards the chorus. It's nothing here, just a light guitar. Now they're going to come back in. And they change chord. As well as the guitar's been just open, probably open D. It's actually, he goes up probably 2 octaves. Now it's really high. A lot of chanting. Really loud. Honestly, in this, it's almost overpowering. Typically, you would hear those when he's doing the build-up of the toms and the kick. That's usually one of the louder elements that you hear, and here it's buried down in there in the chanting, all the vocal lines. There's probably freaking 10 vocal lines here. They're actually what's powering you through this. Hear how low the drums are right here. Oh my god, it's so much. Such a weird chorus. Just reverb, a little run on the frets. Back to the intro, right? I'm back to that intro. The pads are there. All my guitars, they go away. Second verse. Second half of the verse. feel like we're going on. This is almost a 6-minute song. I don't want to forget too many things. Let's try to find out where we were. Alright, so now we're coming out of that first chorus, which is a really weird structured chorus. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. It's catchy though. So, reverb, I still sound like I'm in that cathedral, right? Little cool little run. So I'm back to the intro. I got the guitars in both ears. They're elevated. And I have that pad in the background, and that's going to disappear again right now. Light guitar in my ear, my right ear, and there's all those layers of his vocals. Now I'm coming into the second half of this second verse. I want to propel it again to move it forward to the second chorus. So I want to reintroduce that pad. And it's really noticeable, right? When that bass note goes down, it's really noticeable. That bass is driving me forward, right? Vocal lines. I have no idea what he's saying in there, and I apologize. Maybe I should do a lyric video one of these times. This chorus, each run, I'm going to count it as like 2 different parts. The first half, which does like 2 bars, is the drummer's going all over on his toms, and then the second half is like a build-up where he switches to like his snare and like his ride at ting 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 ting, and then that is the second part of it, and then it'll repeat itself. It's really weird. It's like 2 drum rolls, 2 build-ups, and then that's like 1 bar of the chorus. Try it, right? 2 drum rolls, 2, now build up, 1, 2, back to the rolls, roll, build up. And they cut here, and I believe this is where they go into a guitar solo. So they cut the second chorus in half, because I believe the first chorus was twice as long, which is neat. So now I'm going to go into... I think this is the guitar solo. My drums go into halftime. So my snare's coming twice as many times. Bass is going wild. The solo's mainly in my left ear. Oh, did you hear the church bells? That's unique. Right? Or somewhere right there. Church bells. So, little difference in cymbals. During this whole solo, I'm hitting some crashes, but I'm staying on my hi-hat. And some of those dBs are taking the room of vocals, so I can use my hi-hat during all this to make it sound louder. And then when I go to when I add vocals, I'm going to switch over to the ride, which doesn't have as many as the hi-hats does. The hi-hat's there. And then when a vocal starts, I'm going to switch over to my ride. It kind of brings the volume down. Makes room for vocals. What's also neat about this is there's no vocal dead center in between my eyes. I think all of these chantings here are mainly... take all my vocals and like separate them and make them into left and right ear. I'm almost positive that's what happens. There's no center vocal line here. I want to take all the vocals and separate them. So it doesn't sound really clear. We're in the middle of the mix, right? Yeah, there's no clear vocal line right in center. Still going at halftime with my snare and my kick. Now, right here on that vocal line, now I kind of hear the vocal line in my face again. Right here. Right there, you can hear it, right? It was like right in front of my face. More of a chanting. You can hear it now, right there, right? Out here. That's awesome. That's cool mixing. Lead guitar back in my left ear. Back to my hi-hat. So much chanting. That was a lot of vocal lines to mix. That was a lot of vocal lines to mix. Ooh, I hear whispering. I hear laughing. It's like an old toy box. Dog barking? A lot of static. Dude, Ghost, Year Zero. I feel like I should have started with this song first and then propelled my way forward in their category, but in their music. But Year Zero, pretty freaking awesome.